Last year, the possibility to use electronic cigarettes to final medicine for people that can't drink, for example, with a throat disease. You can see that chemical engineering can be applied to other domains. And in the programs we have in engineering, you have the possibility to choose several specialties and mix the competencies. This is the characteristic of our program in engineering. So you can have different skills, even if you stay in the domain of process and chemical as you are at the moment. But we have two energy and things like that specifically. Here, just in the slide, you can see that we are well ranked in the national ranking. It's an international ranking. I don't know if you know it. And here we have some labels, and the two ones are sort of certification that we have a lot of international in our programs. A lot of periods abroad, a lot of international students, a lot of teaching languages, and we have a lot of works with multicultural groups, etc. And this one attests. This one is very more better known because a lot of universities have it in France. It is a sort of certificate that we have a lot of activities to integrate and welcome international students. So you will see that we have, for example, a very nice weekend to welcome the international students. Okay, so okay, so this is what I have explained yet. The rankings. We are the 11th best graduate schools of engineering in France, among 250. So we are very well ranked at the international level and at national level. Okay, and this is what I explained already. Bienvenue en France and sequences labels. Okay. So here, these are examples of our partners, but we have much more partners. But you can see that we have collaborations with very good universities abroad. And the figures you can see are the rankings in the QS. It is Shanghai ranking. Okay. It's just to give an example of our partnerships. So what we do, we train engineers, only engineers. We don't have social sciences, for example, just management, but for engineers. We are just sort of faculty of engineering. So we have a lot of research. All the teachers are researchers too. They all hold a PhD, and they are publishing publications for research. So it is sort of guarantee for you that you have access to research in the teachings and to innovation too. Okay? And we work very closely with companies. Some companies are working inside the school even. We have two campuses. You see in the middle of France, it is St-Étienne, it is near Lyon, it is a big town in France, very touristic. And in the south of France, near Aix-en-Provence, near Marseille, maybe you know, we have another campus, but this one is specialized in microelectronics, so it's not really for your domain. Okay, your domains will be in the campus of St-Étienne. So this is to show you that we are not like a university. On the right, you have the university model, and on the left, the engineering schools model. It's different. Actually, we don't have bachelor's students. We only have master's students. The French students we recruit are going to pass some sort of class préparatoire and something very strong in mathematics and applied science and physics. And after they pass a competitive exam, which is a national exam, and they can integrate School of Engineering. It's not the same system. Just to show you this. And the international students can only come at master level and PhD level. Okay. So something interesting is that we are working in very small groups, and this is something new, generally speaking, for international students, because the ratio is very, very high between faculty and students. That means that you are working in small groups and you are doing a lot of practical subjects in small groups. And that means too that you have a very, very easy access to the researcher if you want to have specific tutorials or explanations on subject or do research in the laboratory. So we do a lot of hands-on experience in the laboratories and in the industry. We have a very strong alumni network. It is common to École des Mines de Paris and École des Mines de Nancy. So when you obtain a diploma ingénieur civil des mines, which is the name of the diploma, civil doesn't mean génie civil, means non-military, because it's an old diploma. So you have a common network of alumni and very strong. So in the future, when you want to find a job or evaluate in your career, you can be supported by this network, which is very strong all around the world. Okay. And you have another good thing to tell you. We have a good residence, which is specifically for students from École des Mines de Saint-Étienne. So this is the building, you can see it. And there are a lot of sport infrastructure if you want to practice inside this residence. It is very well equipped. You have studios and rooms, and you have common kitchen. You have service for cleaning service, and you have all the clubs inside the residence. So you can see that there is an orchestra, but there is a lot of associations and clubs, and there is a specific club for international. It is it is a student club, but dedicated to welcome the international students and integrate them and make a lot of activities with all the international. So you will have the support before coming by this club association to help you in all what you have to do for example, with the bank, with the travel, with your arrival, etc. And after they organize meals and activities and parties, etc. Okay. So we have a lot of partnerships, but as you will be an international student, you will not have to do a mobility, but you have to know that all the French students have to do a mobility. They have to go over. It's something compulsory for them. So we have a lot of partnerships all around the world, and Universidad Politécnica de Madrid with ETSIME is one partnership. Okay. And now about the programs. So we have Masters in Engineering, which is Ingénieur Civil des Mines, a very prestigious diploma, very well known. All the students have a job before ending the program. The companies will recruit you before the end for diplomation. And we have several Masters of Science. We have 7 which are taught in English, and we have 1 in process engineering for all what is chemical, energy, etc. We have 1, and we have 1 in industrial engineering, which could be interesting for you, and 1 in biomedical engineering with an aspect regarding all what is process engineering, as I explained. Okay, so the master in engineering, you have to speak French, because we can't switch it in English. It's not allowed by our government. So we decided to switch the Master of Science. So you have several ones in English, totally, okay? And you can do doctoral, PhD studies after these masters.
Hello, I was reading.
Okay. Okay. These masters enable you to obtain the diploma necessary to continue with PhD students if you want to make a doctoral study. So we have another master in microelectronics, but it doesn't concern you. Okay, and these, you can see the masters which are taught in English. We have 1 in materials, 1 in biomedical, industrial engineering, process engineering, and artificial intelligence. This one could be very interesting for you. Another 1 in computer science and applied mathematics. But the most oriented for you will be process engineering and artificial intelligence. Okay. And here you can find some photos about the towns and the campuses. So this is a photo of the center town of St-Étienne. It's a place. This is a photo of the residents, the student residents. This is a photo of Gardanne, it is the other campus. This is the campus of Gardanne. Okay. And here are some photos of the research, but you have seen the film with all the structure we have for research, so I can go very quickly. We have 5 research centers. So we have this one in materials and mechanical engineering, in chemical engineering and energy. So in this one, you will have a lot of professors who can help you. We can do an internship inside this too. And this one is for industrial performance, but it can concern CO2 because it is industrial engineering, environmental engineering, and sustainable engineering. This one is not for you, and this one can have applications for you. Okay, And this is photos of the campus. The main campus in St-Étienne is this one. This is another building of the campus of St-Étienne. This is the campus of Gardanne, which is new. We have this one in biomedical engineering, which is located in the University Hospital. This one is the industrial campus. And this is for the culture for everybody. So it is sort of museum we have for everybody, for primary schools and for all the population, to make the science understandable for everybody. Okay, so that's all. Do you have some questions?
How was it? Was it interesting? It was. Yeah. From which courses are you? Second course. Okay, so this is maybe a bit far away, no?
Yeah,
Because
but
it is
it can be next year.
yeah, of
It's
course.
not a problem.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, because we only refuse international students.
That must. Yeah, but like this, you know the options.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
With enough time to think about it.
You are in the bachelor at the moment. Mm.
In the Bachelor of Energy. Yep.
Yeah.
Which energy options do you have? Have you presented some?
Yeah, we have a research center in energy, and we have a program in energy too, specifically. This
Chemical
center,
engineering
yeah.
and energy.
Yeah,
Because here we have a lot of, mostly the interchange students, the ones
Yeah.
that ask for
yeah. So students can do an internship inside this research center too, and PhD, of course. And all the researchers of the research centers are the teachers. They are the teachers.
okay.
Yeah, all our teachers are holding PhD, and they are doing research in the laboratory.
Mhm.
So we have this research center, and concerning the programs, we have 7 masters in English, and this one, process engineering and artificial intelligence, is well oriented for students.
So do you have the option, the students that go there to do a master, for example, of jumping to a doctoral study?
Yeah, it's a completely
Stay
fully
there
possible.
for-
Yeah. And this diploma is recognized. So this one is in 2 years, but you can join it if you already have the master one validated. You can join the last year, so you can obtain the diploma in 1 year if you want. And it is possible to continue as PhD too. And we have offers in École de St-Étienne for PhD opportunities, but it is not compulsory. The student can do PhD every year, or he can work directly in the company.
Mhm.
What means that there's in one of the energy?
So master 1 and master 2. The years, it corresponds to the years.
Yeah, in France it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
The structure of the studies.
But it's actually 3 semesters, right? Or the
It's 2 years, 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, if the student have validated the bachelor, he can come in the master 1 and do master 1 and master 2 and obtain the diploma after 2 years of studies with internships inside. Okay. If the student have already validated the master 1 in his home university, he can come after the master 1 and directly in the master 2, we will validate the master 1, which is obtained in the partner university.
So
Okay, and do 1 year.
the double degree option here is that you would study the first course of the master, for example, mining engineering. You would study that first course here, and in the second year, you go there, you study 1 year or 2 years, depending on the master you choose.
Yeah.
And when you come back, you have both master titles. One
In the
France
program,
and
yeah.
one-
In the process engineering, you have the option to come for 1 year or 2 years. In the biomedical engineering and design, for example, it is written only master 2 because the master 1 exists, but it is in French. So the possibility to come and study in English in this master 2 only means that you can come after having validated Master 1 in your home university and do the Master 2 in English. Okay. Because sometimes it is written Master 2 and sometimes Master 1 and 2, because when it is Master 1 and 2, it is because we have switched to 2 years in English. Okay.
Okay, so it may have 2 years, but the first one is in French. When you have only
In the
an
industrial, yeah. So we offer the possibility to come on Master
Okay.
2 only and obtain the diploma, but we need to have the insurance that the student has already obtained a Master 1 somewhere else in his home university.
Does anyone there know French?
No, I don't know French.
No?
What type of level we should have over there of French, like a B2 or?
So in these programs,
Yeah,
we don't ask for any level in French. You will have courses during the years to learn basic French, survival French to live correctly. Yeah.
Are those courses mandatory?
Yeah, it is included.
Included
It is
program.
free, yes. It is included.
and for English, do we need some?
And for English, we need a minimum B2,
Okay,
okay, to integrate this. And for the engineering program, which is Ingénieur Civil des Mines, so a master in engineering, okay, which is, if you want to integrate this master, which is a very high level program, very difficult, but very well recognized around the world. It is Ingénieur Civil des Mines. You need to speak French because we can't switch regarding the law in France. We have regarding these programs, we can't switch it in English. We have to do it in French. So you need to have minimum B1 in French and B1 in English before starting.
But you have time to get those levels of French.
Yeah, you can.
2 years or 3 and you get it.
This master in engineering, Ingénieur Civil des Mines, will offer very, very prestigious jobs and career after. And as I told you, the companies are coming to recruit the students before they have finished. So the last internship, which is named end of studies internship, will enable you to have an engineer position in a company which really want to recruit you, and you will continue generally speaking.
So in 95%, student continues in that enterprise
Yeah.
working afterwards.
And for example, our French students which are doing a double degree abroad, every time when they come back, they add 1 year or 1 semester of their studies, they register again in the Ponente to do this last internship, which is a sort of pre-recruitment to work in a company. Because for them, it opens a lot of good opportunities to work with good positions.
I must say that from the last 2 years, I think, the students from Minas that have gone to France, and maybe not St-Étienne, but any school in France, but a big amount of them, they are now working in France. And they have found job right after the double title studies, they have continued there working. So it's a good opportunity to find first job if you are interested in France or
Something I didn't told you is that we don't depend to Ministry of Education. We don't depend to Ministry of Higher Education. We depend to Ministry of Economy. So this is completely different in fact. And this is why we don't have the same system of university. And that is why we have a lot of links with companies. And that is why we have teachings which are really applied to the industry needs. Every time we adapt to provide good engineers for the companies. So it is something very different. I think this only exists in France.
A lot of years ago, the different schools that now
Yeah.
form the UPM, they belonged to
the
the
ministry.
different ministry,
Yeah.
like industry or
Yeah.
whatever, and included the School of Mines. But once they got together in the UPM structure, that changed
Yeah.
to the Ministry of Education, as we say. Before they were like depending directly on the Ministry of Education. Similar, a little bit similar to that. And even now that we are more academic in School of Mines, we do have many lecturers. How do you say it? Like conventions with enterprises.
Yeah.
They provide us like with fellowships, projects, and everything. And there is a good relation with enterprises.
Yeah. All right. Some more questions?
Well, thank you very much for coming, and I hope it was interesting for you, and you have
Thank
time
you.
to continue thinking about studying abroad in the future. Okay.